What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Thoughts with D, and we are on chapters 10 and 11 of the Proverbs Challenge. Of course, if you've been following along with me, you know I have to take a little break because I was sick, but we're back into it. And let's just say, as the old saying goes, the Bible is right and somebody's wrong. Y'all, let's get into it. I got some questions for the Lord about what I done read for chapters 10 and 11, and we going to have to talk about it a little bit. Might have to ask our Father, hey, why we got to go through all this if you saying, your word says this? Got questions, but let's get into it. Chapter 10 of Proverbs. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise child brings joy to a father. A foolish child brings grief to a mother. Okay, pause. Why is it always the mama's fault if the child is bad? How come we don't blame the daddy? But let's just keep reading. Tainted wealth has no lasting value, but right living can save your life. Come on, let's live right. The Lord will not let the godly go hungry, but he refuses to satisfy the craving of the wicked. Another question. Lord, I know you're not satisfying them, but it be looking like they satisfaction is met, and we be suffering. We'll get into that later. Lazy people are soon poor. Hard workers get rich. Let's go. Hard workers. A wise youth harvests in the summer, but one who sleeps during harvest is a disgrace. The godly are showered with blessings. The words of the wicked conceal violent intentions. We have happy memories of the godly, but the name of a wicked person rots away. I can see that. The wise are glad to be instructed, but babbling fools fall flat on their faces. People with integrity walk safely, but those who follow crooked paths will be exposed. People who wink at wrong cause trouble, but a bold reproof promotes peace. The words of the godly are a life-giving fountain. The words of the wicked conceal violent intentions. Hatred stirs up quarrels, but love makes up for all offenses. Come on, if you're a believer, you got to love them folks. Even when they're doing wrong, love them anyway. Wise words come from the lips of people with understanding, but those lacking sense will be beaten with a rod. Boy, don't we want to knock some sense into people. Hello, I wonder if this is where this saying came from. Wise people treasure knowledge, but the babbling of a fool invites disaster. The wealth of the rich is their fortress. The poverty of the poor is their destruction. The earnings of the godly enhance their lives, but evil people squander their money on sin. People who accept discipline are on the path to life, but those who ignore correction will go astray. Side note, babe, I got corrected by my pastor, what was it, like 2 weeks ago? I didn't take offense to it. I took that correction and learned from it because I ain't trying to stray off the path. Come on now. Hiding hatred makes you a liar. Slandering others makes you a fool. Too much talk leads to sin. Be sensible and keep your mouth shut. Baby, when them old folks tell you hush your mouth, I think that's where they get it from. The words of the godly are like sterling silver. The heart of a fool is worthless. The words of the godly encourage many, but fools are destroyed by their lack of common sense. The blessing of the Lord makes a person rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. I got questions. That might be a personal conversation with me and God, though. Doing wrong is fun for a fool, but living wisely brings pleasure to the sensible. The fears of the wicked will be fulfilled. The hopes of the godly will be granted. God, I'm going to need you to grant my hopes and my prayers. Come on, I'm trying to live godly. Let's go there. When the storms of life come, the wicked are whirled away, but the godly have a lasting foundation. His name is Jesus. Lazy people irritate their employers. Very much so. Like vinegar to the teeth or smoke in the eyes. Fear of the Lord lengthens one's life, but the years of the wicked are cut short. Now, I'm going to just have to say, Lord, it seems like these folks been out here for a long time. And you know who I'm talking about, that tangerine thing. He been living for a while and he just don't be doing right. So, does that mean the rest of us going to live to 300 or something? I just need to know. The hopes of the godly result in happiness, but the expectations of the wicked come to nothing. The way of the Lord is a household to those with integrity, but it destroys the wicked. The godly will never be disturbed, but the wicked will be removed from the land. Lord, I'm going to need you to let that happen right now. Remove these wicked people. Whew, Lord. The godly will never be disturbed, but the wicked will be removed from the land. Yeah, I had to repeat that again because I want the Lord to hear me. The mouth of the godly person gives wise advice, but the tongue that deceives will be cut off. The lips of the godly speak helpful words, but the mouth of the wicked speaks perverse words. Chapter 11. The Lord detests the use of dishonest scales, but he delights in accurate weights. Pride leads to disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. Sometimes we got to humble ourselves now, or the Lord will humble you. Honesty guides good people. Dishonesty destroys treacherous people. Riches won't help you on the day of judgment. Come on. But right living can save you from death. The godly are directed by honesty. The wicked fall beneath the load of sin. The godliness of people rescues them. The ambition of treacherous people traps them. When the wicked die, their hopes die with them, for they rely on their own feeble strength. The godly are rescued from trouble, and it falls on the wicked instead. With their words, the godless destroy their friends, but knowledge will rescue the righteous. The whole city celebrates when the godly succeed. They shout for joy when the wicked die. Upright citizens are good for a city and make it prosper, but the talk of the wicked tears it apart. I ain't even got to say nothing on that part. Y'all already know. It is foolish to belittle one's neighbor. A sensible person keeps quiet. A gossip goes around telling secrets, but those who are trustworthy can keep a confidence. Without wise leadership, a nation falls. Oh boy. Whew. There is safety in having many advisors. There's danger in putting up security for a stranger's debts. It's safer not to guarantee another person's debt. A gracious woman gains respect, but ruthless men gain only wealth. Only wealth. Your kindness will reward you, but your cruelty will destroy you. Evil people get rich for the moment, but the reward of the godly will last. Godly people find life. Evil people find death. The Lord detests people with crooked hearts, but he delights in those with integrity. Evil people will surely be punished, but the children of the godly will go free. A beautiful woman who lacks discretion is like a gold ring in a pig's snout. The godly can look forward to a reward, while the wicked can expect only judgment. Give freely and become more wealthy. That means you gotta give some to somebody else. Be stingy and you're gonna lose everything. The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. People curse those who hoard their grain, but they bless those who sell in times of need. If you search for good, you will find favor. But if you search for evil, you will find it. Trust in your money, and down you go. But the godly flourish like leaves in spring. Those who bring trouble on their families inherit the wind. The fool will be a servant to the wise. The seeds of good deeds become a tree of life. A wise person wins friends. If the righteous are rewarded here on earth, what will happen to wicked sinners? So is that a question, or is it saying that we're going to be rewarded here on earth? Because if so, God, hook all of us up. Now that is chapters 10 and 11 read, and we are caught back up. Now I know it wasn't the reading like I normally do it, but I had some questions, and once I start getting comfortable reading the Bible, I'm going to start asking those questions. And of course, I'm going to bring you in on the questions because I'm pretty sure you're thinking like I'm thinking. Or maybe you got a different question. If so, tell me in the comments. I definitely want to hear from you. Please tell me how your Bible reading, how your Bible journey is going. And guess what? Even though we're reading Proverbs for January, I think I'm going to do a series where basically I read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, because I did find a good Bible study that I think may help not only me, but you too. So, like I said, let's keep reading. And of course, tomorrow is chapter 12. Oh my God. Chapter 12 out of 31. Y'all, we moving through it. January seems to be slipping right on by. But of course, come back tomorrow for chapter 12, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.